Beaver News. I'm Anna Singer.
And I'm Kamelyn Bovinette. We're so glad you could join us this evening. As we all know, Oregon State is a very bike-friendly campus, but everyone who rides a bike around campus needs to be cautious. Police are cracking down on bikers not following the rules of the road. Here's William Allison with the potential consequences for bikers not abiding by these rules.
Vehicle, not a motor vehicle, but a vehicle. And by statute, bicycles are required to follow all rules of the road that are applicable to cars.
Bicyclists running stop signs have been causing frustration and concern among drivers and pedestrians on campus. Oregon State Police and OSU Public Safety have been doing what they can to combat the problem.
You know, running a stop sign can be about $250 to $300 is roughly the fine. It's a moving violation. It's a hazardous moving violation. That means that it can cause a crash or cause injury. We put together a saturation trying to at the beginning of the term, fall term, and it was September 22nd and September 24th. And we did the saturation pretty much for 4 hours in the morning and 4 hours in the afternoon each day. The goal of the saturation was more awareness, education, to not only, you know, people generally know, hey, I'm on a bicycle, I got to stop at a stop sign, but they don't really comply with it. So it was like, we wanted to get the message out there. Yes, you do have to stop, and yes, we are watching, and yes, we will take action.
Despite the positive impact, bikers are still breaking the law by the dozen.
I've been on both sides. I've been a walker trying to cross, and no bikers will stop, and that's really frustrating. But I also know how tedious it is to stop on a bike at every stop sign. But I think they do need to be stopped because, like, you need to stop at a stop sign because it's the law, and you're going to get ticketed, and it's going to suck.
Our goal is to start doing bicycle saturations at the beginning of each term, except summer term. But for fall, winter, spring, and in the past we have just done bicycle saturations in the fall, but it was very successful this last go around, so we're going to do it again. I mean, we issued a lot of warnings. We were close to 100 for the 2 days on the warnings and a few citations. It was also well received, not only by the people that we were stopping. We got a lot of thank yous, but it was also well received by the people that work in those immediate buildings and use that immediate area. The more we can do this, the more people comply with the law and the safer the roads become.
For Beaver News, I'm William Allison.
Law enforcement will continue to crack down on this, so make sure you're following the rules of the road.
Another thing to keep your eye on while on the road is the 15th and Washington stoplights, which are now operational. This intersection is no longer just a four-way stop, so make sure you're aware of that when driving or biking on campus.
After the break, we show you what happened at the International Fair on Wednesday. Also, has the Civil War started early this year? All that when we return.
Eddie Cardenas, Mason Love,
Alex Vickery Holland,
Laura Gordon, Lisa Rosenthal. We're here to answer any questions, escort students around.
We really just give them this sense of tradition. We help them register for classes.
A big part of being a START leader is showing students around OSU and helping them get a feel for what it's like when they're here at Oregon State.
We serve to help them make a more smooth and positive transition from high school life to college life and to everything involved with it.
We tell the stories of the exceptional students and staff who attend the university, who work here, and who play here.
We have the Barometer where you can write stories for them, become a journalist. We have Beaver News. We have all kinds of different shows for TV.
We're so willing to talk to anybody that is interested in becoming involved with student media. So if you're on the fence thinking, I don't know if I can do this, the answer is yes, you can. Get over here and talk to us.
Welcome back to the Beaver News. An international fair was held in the International Living Center on Wednesday evening. We sent Stefania Hope to find out what events took place during the fair.
On Tuesday night, we attended the International Fair at the Intu building. The fair featured informational booths from many different countries and had live entertainment and samples of free food.
Ultimate key factor of this international fair is to educate about culture. And culture to me means that you come from a different background that has different traditions, customs that are valuable by your set of culture, but as well as should be embraced by others.
International students shared their experience of American culture and how different it is from their home countries.
I participated in the International Education Week event and introducing the difference between the Japanese college and the United States college.
I'm doing some random facts about my country, including all the interesting facts, and also I have some quick quiz for people that come to my booth and explain all the facts about my country.
Students participating in the fair invited people to learn more about their diverse community at OSU. They also informed students of their culture, clubs, and upcoming events on campus.
Today I came to the International Fair to represent actually myself and my country, Qatar. Unfortunately, we don't have like our own section, but still I want to share like this experience with everyone and have a good time and learn about new cultures.
Formias is basically Indonesian Student Association, and our goal here is to basically promote Indonesia's culture to everyone in OSU, both international and native to America.
This is Safanya Hope with Beaver News.
In preparation for the big game against U of O, Oregon State is having an energy civil war this week against the Ducks. This week-long competition aims to see which school can generate more renewable power using the Re-Rev elliptical machines. These special machines are located in Cardio Room 1 at Dixon Rec Center and marked with an orange tag. The event is hosted by the SSI in collaboration with Rec Sports and the OSU Sustainability Office to promote renewable energy and physical activity for OSU students. To increase participation, student groups, organizations, athletic teams, and other individuals are asked to work out on the ellipticals to keep them constantly powered and generating energy. In order to gain credit for organizations such as student groups, classes, etc., students are asked to work out for a minimum of 20 minutes, then post a picture to the event Facebook page of themselves on the Re-Rev machines or in front of the Energy Civil War selfie poster.
When we come back, find out what weather we have in store for us next week. Also, did you know that this was Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week? Find out more when we return.
The weather seems to be getting colder by the second as temperatures continue to drop, and it's looking like it's going to stay chilly. Here's Ashley Harriger with the forecast for next week.
Hi, I'm Ashley reporting for Beaver News. Keep your rain boots handy as we're expecting a pretty typical week here at Oregon State, with temperatures in the high 40s and rain all week. Let's take a look. This evening, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, leading to rain throughout the night with temperatures around 42 degrees. Rain boots and umbrellas will definitely be needed this Friday. We're expecting a 100% chance of rain with temperatures around 49 degrees. Moving into Friday night, we're looking at a steady rain with temperatures dropping to around 41 degrees. Saturday, we're expecting periods of rain throughout the day with temperatures averaging around 48 degrees. The rain will continue into the evening and the wind will pick up to about 14 miles per hour while temperatures drop to the low 40s. Sunday will be following the pattern of rain and high 40s during the day. Sunday night, we're expecting overcast skies with rain showers scattered throughout the evening and temperatures dropping to a chilly 35 degrees. As we move into next week, Monday, we're expecting scattered showers in the morning and cloudy skies in the afternoon with temperatures in the high 40s. Monday evening temperatures will drop into the high 30s. Tuesday will be the warmest day this week with a high of 53. However, we will see rain all day. As we move into Tuesday evening, temperatures will drop into the high 30s with the rain continuing all evening. Wrapping up our weather forecast, Wednesday we will see a high of 50 with occasional rain showers and cloudy skies all day. Wednesday evening will be the same pattern as the rest of the week with a high of 36. And I'm Ashley reporting for Beaver News.
I feel like it has just been so cold recently. I know it's pretty typical for this time of the year, but for some reason it just feels colder than it usually is. I don't know if I was spoiled spending the whole summer in California, but I'm just not ready for these 20-degree temperatures yet.
No, I agree. And if we're going to have to suffer through the 30 degrees, don't tease us. Give us some snow, right?
Exactly. Every morning I wake up looking for it and it's just not there, but soon enough, maybe once Thanksgiving passes. Our freezing temperatures this past week have resulted in the closing of OSU's research forests. The conditions in the forest have been extremely hazardous, with debris and large chunks of ice and slippery limbs falling from trees. Ryan Brown, a recreation manager for the OSU College of Forestry, noted in an email that the ice has continued to accumulate at higher elevations on northern slopes of McDonald, Dunn, and Cameron forests. Entire trees continue to fall throughout the forest, and several of the parking areas have become very dangerous. Most roads and trails in the forest remain impassable from last week's ice storm. Crews have been working all week to open up the trails and roads again for the public.
This week was Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, and there were plenty of events to attend. One event was a hunger discussion. For more on that, here's Lindsay Spino.
Tuesday night in MU Room 206, there was the event Hungry for Change, a hunger discussion to raise awareness of food insecurity here on campus and in the wider community.
Tonight we had a discussion of the ways to improve food security among the OSU student population, and I presented my research.
Many people are unaware of the hunger complications that some students have to endure.
I know that's a huge issue and it's just not very talked about. So I'd like to raise awareness that students do have trouble feeding themselves.
The event was successful in informing people on this topic and getting good feedback from people in attendance.
Well, the event went great. We got a lot of lively discussion, and I think it was remarkably positive. For such a complex issue, we found a lot of possible solutions.
If you missed out on this event, it's okay. There are more events this week. The Pride Center is hosting an LGBTQ justice event tomorrow from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. Then Saturday, the Habitat for Humanity Service Project goes from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. This has been Lindsay Spino with Beaver News.
When you hear the word homeless, the ideas you may get in your head can sometimes be entirely different than what the reality is. There are several different definitions of the word homeless, and this panel of speakers wanted OSU students to know just that. In a casual setting where students and community members could come and grab food and hang out, the speakers opened up discussion about their homeless experiences, amongst many other topics. The event started off by showing a video of the services that the Oregon Food Bank provides. Then, the speakers answered students' questions as well as shared their advice on how to avoid living in the homeless community. The main point they were trying to get across is how homeless can mean much more than the general stereotype that the word holds.
When we return, find out what students have planned for Thanksgiving this year. Also, what's happening in the Greek community this week? We'll be right back.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and we wanted to know what students' traditions were for the holiday. We sent Kiana Hatch and Ashley Donahue out to the quad.
Questions in the quad. I'm Kiana Hatch.
And I'm Ashley Donahue.
With the holiday season rapidly approaching, we're out here asking students all about Thanksgiving.
And for Thanksgiving, I get the entire family together for a very traditional turkey with stuffing, potatoes, all the entire good stuff on the table. We love getting the food out, getting everyone together for a good time.
My family for Thanksgiving is usually a pretty small gathering. As a vegetarian, it can be kind of difficult for me, but I usually just eat a lot more mashed potatoes and stuff like that. But my family usually ends up eating for hours and hours on end and spending the rest of the day watching movies and playing video games that somebody probably got for a gift.
Thanksgiving means to me a time of family bonding. We differentiate in what exactly we eat, but we usually do have the turkey and the ham, and it's just a time for us to get together and enjoy family bonding.
The nice thing is you don't leave hungry. We got everything on the table. We got ham, glazed ham, rolls, hot rolls out of the oven, creamy mashed potatoes, and we do it grandma style, so she throws in the onions, the stuffing in the turkey, comes out hot, moist, and if you're like me, I like to take my roll, put some turkey, some stuffing, a little gravy, and if there's anything left, some of that cranberry sauce, and it's just one bite. It's heaven.
For Thanksgiving for my family, we don't do much just because I am Vietnamese, and Vietnamese people don't do much of Thanksgiving, but we do eat. We have like lunch together still, and by far my favorite food in Thanksgiving is stuffing.
Coming from a poultry background, the turkey is really important, and so we always have
kind of a tradition in our family of having a turkey and then having Cornish game hens that are like surrounded by it, and a lot of poultry on Thanksgiving. But it makes for a lot of fun. There's always lots of leftovers. It keeps the holiday going throughout the rest of the weekend.
My family, we're all a bunch of picky eaters, so we typically have ham and turkey and dressing and the whole works. And so we all spend the entire day cooking everything, since even though there's only 4 of us, we have a lot of food to make.
Sour cream, butter. Oh, did I mention stuffing? After all that, there's still leftovers for the next day. And pretty much, I'm gonna be fed for the rest of 2014 off of our one Thanksgiving meal.
My family usually meets in the afternoon and eats himself into a coma, and then we all lounge for the rest of the day on the couch, either watching movies or playing games.
And that's all for Questions in the Quad. I'm Ashley Donahue.
And I'm Kiana Hatch, reporting for Beaver News.
Well, Anna, Thanksgiving's coming up. Do you have any special plans?
You know, not really. My family keeps it pretty laid back. We have kind of the normal food, do the normal things, watch football, but nothing too special or crazy. I know some people have some really cool traditions. Do you do anything?
Well, the past 4 years while I've been in Oregon, I've just grabbed my brother and we've driven out to Bend to visit my uncle, which is nice. And I heard this year they have a ton of snow, so that should be fun.
That'll be fun. Add a fun element to Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. The Corvallis Boxing Club hosted an amateur boxing event at the Life Community Center to support our military. They raised money for the Benton Community Foundation and its beneficiaries that will support the veterans. If you want to sponsor the Corvallis Boxing Club, you can visit battleforthebrave.com. Phi Delta Theta had their second annual Pi of Phi philanthropy this week to raise money for the B Match Foundation. Here's Bree Bauer with more on what took place this week.
Phi Delta Theta's philanthropy, Pi of Phi, was held this past Tuesday. They were very successful in 2013 and are looking to build on that success this year.
Our philanthropy is called Pi of Phi. What that contains is just pretty much people coming over to our fraternity and pieing all our fraternity brothers. We do this event to raise money for blood cancer research.
We require everybody in our house to participate in the philanthropy, so they're the ones actually getting pied. And then we invite all the sororities over, and then they are the ones that actually pie us.
In order to Pi of Phi, the prices would vary between different ages and different positions in the house.
So a freshman, I believe, is $1, sophomore $2, so on and so forth. President is $20, and then significant other is $10.
Even if you are not in Greek life, there are still other ways to get involved.
How people get involved is joining Be The Match Oregon State. This event actually tonight is sponsored by Be The Match Oregon State. It is Phi Delta's philanthropy, but we're kind of doing it joint together. A way to get involved with it would be to contact me, someone Be The Match Oregon State, or someone Phi Delta Theta.
This philanthropy is different than others, as most last all week, while Pi of Phi is a one-day event.
So the reason we actually only have a one-day event is because in recent years we've had girls say that they get tired of a full week event. A lot of fraternities and events are week-long. So what we've been doing this year is try to have a lot of one-day events and make them as big as possible, and then only have one full-week philanthropy event for the whole year.
This philanthropy hits home for the fraternity as they've had 2 members affected by leukemia.
We have 2 people in the house that had their lives saved by bone marrow transplants. And so this is just to raise money to be able to process people that sign up for the bone marrow registry. And so why this is such a big deal for Phi Delta is because of those 2 guys, and actually one was my older brother. And so the cancer community really helped us out in such a hard time when my brother had cancer. And so this is one of our ways to give back to that community.
Even though this is the second year Phi Deltas have done this philanthropy, they have raised a significant amount of money and have made a huge difference.
This money is going directly towards saving lives. The harder we work, the more people we'll be able to save. And in the last 3 years, we've saved 2 people, which is actually a lot for the last 3 years. And we've had 17 people registered or matched out of the registry. So those statistics seem small, but they're actually very significant.
This year, it's now its own event, and it's something that we're looking to raise a ton of money for just by itself.
I think last year we raised around $10,000, but for all of the time we've been raising money, I think we've had around $50,000.
Pi Phi is a popular event throughout the Greek community and is a great way to raise awareness about blood cancer and leukemia. This has been Bree Bauer with the Beaver News.
Thanks, Bree. It looks like it was a good time for a good cause. For more information on this topic, you can visit bethematch.com.
OSU Libraries and Press have digitized history by making almost every Oregon State yearbook freely available online. The website features the very first yearbook produced titled The Hayseed from 1894. All 109 books published since then are now accessible with the latest 2013 and 2014 editions available soon. Each book offers a unique insight to student life through the decades, such as train rides to Newport Beach for a student body picnic, or the fact that tuition was $15 a year in 1909. Through the century, the book has been renamed from Hayseed to the Orange to what we know it today as the Beaver. The 2014 Beaver Yearbook was the last edition to ever be published.
After the break, have you been keeping up with the basketball team? We have all you need to know when we return.
The Beavers basketball team has had a great start to their season so far, as they have won their first 2 games against Rice and Corbin University. In the first game against Rice, the Beavers posted a 67-54 win. Jamal Reed and Malcolm Duvivier each put up 17 points to lead the Beavers in scoring, and Langston Morris Walker had a double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds. Gary Payton II had 9 rebounds in the game as well. It was a good way to start off the Wayne Tinkle era. The next game against Corbin University was a very strong performance from the Beavers as they won by a final score of 86-62. Gary Payton II had 16 points and 9 rebounds, and Langston Morris Walker put up 16 points as well. The Beavers hope to keep up their stellar play when they face off against Oral Roberts tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Oral Roberts comes to Corvallis with the 1-1 record, looking to bounce back from a loss to Missouri on Wednesday night. Make sure you go support them tomorrow night.
Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Anna Singer.
And I'm Kamelyn Bovinette. Thanks so much for watching. For more Beaver News, please be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and watch us on YouTube. Have a great rest of your turn.